You're listening to Real Talk. Here we go. In this bitch.
Oh, snippity that dude, we back. Look at that. And today we have another brother from another mother.
Absolutely.
My brother, first of all, from the crib, from Philadelphia, 2-1 Feezy.
Yes, sir.
You know, where it ain't easy, but you know. Without further ado, y'all, please give a huge round of applause for my brother, Detrick Lowman.
What up, bro? What's happening?
You stupid. What's up, man? What's up with you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm over here just, I'm just over here,
Right.
I'm just over here. Just how we do. We working.
Right. Staying warm, staying out the cold as much as possible. You know.
Man, listen. That cold is
nippy
wild.
Somebody. Sure.
Shoot.
But I'm
But
chilling,
look,
bro.
man. Look, let's look. We can get right into it because I think you got to get the kids soon. I got to get mine soon.
Absolutely.
It's a monsoon.
Right.
So we kind of know you from Philly already. Well, some of them know you from Philly. Those of you that don't know, he is from Philly because I said that earlier. He's from the crib.
Right.
But
absolutely,
being from the crib, what was like? Of course, we all grew up in the church, and drums was like a main thing for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? What made you get into playing drums?
So I've told this story before, but really it was my mom. When I was little, one Christmas, and it's a picture of it. Like, it's not like I can remember it. I was a little, literally, like, had to be like 2. But my mom had this picture of me one Christmas, and she brought me every instrument, like every Fisher Price instrument that they sold. I had the little piano, I had the fake saxophone, little drum set. I had everything. And she said, I walked by everything and just went straight to the drums. And the rest really has been history from that point of just my drive and my appeal to drums. Like, that's really always, as long as I can remember, I've just always had this thing for drums, wanting to play drums. And that's carried on now for my whole life.
Right. Yeah, because you know
42 years later.
Oof. 42, boy. Because you definitely know some drums, boy. I'll tell you that. You know more than I do. I'll be like, what the hell? How you know about this piece? No, come on, bro. How you know about this? Yep.
That's doing my job correctly. So at this point, for what I do, for a living, it's like that's a part of what I'm supposed to be able to do. I should be able to know drums in and out, all the little nooks and crannies of what is drums, what make drums, what make them work, like all of that. You know what I mean? So, as long as I can remember.
It's crazy because speaking about you knowing about drums, like what made you? I guess I would say, like, what made you be like, you know what? I'm gonna learn about drums, but I know everybody's playing, but I want to get in depth with understanding what this is about the drum, or what part this is, or what wood this is. Like, what made you get in tune with that?
So it started off really honestly in a situation where it's more of a I guess, circumstance and idea of, like, my mom being a single parent, she trying to support what it is that I want to do or trying to be into with getting different drums and drum sets or whatever, and not always having the money to go get a brand new stand or go get a brand new this or brand new that. So as far as like the workings of it, having to figure out how to jimmy rig stuff to make this work or make that work, just as a young bull, you know what I mean, trying to keep my set together and being able to play or whatever. So that part, like I said, the circumstance part, and then from there, just really understanding as we started listening to and being more in tune or aware of drums, just the different sets of drums and like what this was, why this was a Pearl Export, why this was a Pearl Masters, or why this was a you know what I mean, these different kinds of drums and what made them sound so different. So just kind of like, just doing that extra research of what is this drum set, why is it this, why are they calling it this, what makes this one different from that one. um and then, once you really get into the business, you really start understanding and really start to get the understanding of, this is maple, this is birch, this is mahogany, this is benga. And it's like, okay, this is more of a warmer sound. This is more, you know what I mean? Like, so it kind of just been a gradual thing or whatever, from kind of being forced into having to understand what it was I had because I couldn't afford to go get this, that, or the third. You know what I mean? To really, it being a craft that I really took into, that I wanted to be more aware of what the instrument was that
Yeah.
I was really dealing with at that point.
That's crazy because people don't take that serious, yo. Like, I mean, like I said, you know more than me, damn near
Right.
about the drums, but it'd be like, I just love playing them Jones. But it's
Right.
like you love drums to the point where it's like, you really get in depth with understanding them.
Yeah, truly.
And speaking of that, it's like I realized growing up with you, that made you basically go from a drummer to being a tech, and from a
Absolutely.
tech to like a stage manager, and stage manager to teching for Questlove, and all these people. And it's just like, huh? So what made you be like, you know what? I love the drums. I love playing them, but I want to help this. I want to help this person. I want to enhance that. Or what made you? What was that mindset about?
Um, I mean, one, while being like back in the day where we were all still drummers for the most part, it was like it kind of really made no sense for me at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day for trying to jump into a pool that was already
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
y'all, you
that
know what I'm
makes
saying? It
sense.
was like I feel like I could benefit this more being on the other side of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into a car accident back in like '04, that messed
Mm.
up my back, and stuff. So I couldn't really play that much anyway. And it was like uncomfortable to play. So it was like that became like a real turning point in the idea of like, you know what? Like the focus really, really, really is now just doing this
Yeah,
other thing, flipping it
yeah,
into this other side, and really putting that focus into truly, truly understanding, you know what I mean, the setup. And even for myself, like something that I do, and like with Quest, and actually me and Little John, we do this all the time. I'll fly down to Atlanta and work with him just in trying to help him kind of set up where he's taken as we get older, our bodies don't respond the same way. You need to be
yep. Right
realizing
about
that you
that.
have to be we have to be as comfortable as humanly possible. And for myself, who again deals with the back pains and all that kind of stuff, just trying to
Right,
find a space where even if I want to play the drums just to be messing around a little bit, how I can do that and be comfortable.
right.
So it's like, so it became a thing of really just kind of for my own benefit, but really for those people that I started working for, trying to figure out how to set up drums and make drums as comfortable as humanly possible. That when
Mm.
y'all sit down to play, you feel like the drums are just right there, like almost you sit on a couch and everything is just in front of you. You know what I mean? Or where
Chilling.
you don't have to do, you ain't got to be reaching back here trying to play drums. Like no, everything is right in front of you. So
Yeah,
it's like over the years, over the years, it really just became a thing of me really, like really focusing in on drums in a more physical and mental kind of way. Like the
yeah,
easy part is setting them up. Like, of course, you can just set up drums, and everybody really can't set up drums, but for the most part, like really focusing in on setting up drums as comfortable as possible, and
hmm,
understanding the player and their style of playing, and how to meet that with what I could bring to the table, to best,
yeah.
suit the gig or suit the player really.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
And so okay, so for me, I know like when the last time well, not the last time, but like it's like a few weeks to a couple months ago, we talked about something you were talking about. You know, your posture when you're sitting down. What was it? No, I think it was when you standing up. No,
No,
am I,
it's
just go ahead and say the
so
shit.
so it's really from it's starting from this basically like from a neutral position. If you sit down, just say if you sit down on your drum stool before you put any drums in front of you, just sit down at the height that you want to be sitting at, whatever's comfortable for you. Put your feet naturally wherever they fall at. That's where your pedals should really fall. Like
Right, that's what it
and
was.
get
Right,
Yeah, absolutely. So that means that your kick drum necessarily it's not going to be straight because how many people's feet really honestly are always straight? Most people's feet have a slight, you know what I mean? Like
right,
they have a
right,
slight to them. It's not even
right.
smooth foot as much as it is that who sits like this? Like who's sitting with their feet like that? Like not too
Perfectly
many
straight.
people.
Right.
That's not natural at all. So as
Hmm.
far as drums is concerned, it was really working on the idea, and I've spent some time just working on this idea of really putting your drums where your feet land.
Yeah, yeah.
That's your neutral position, and
Hmm.
then putting your drums around it. So the idea that you sit behind your kit, everybody wants to sit straight so you can look straight. All right, well, cool, that's fine. Now just put the drums where they need to be at. You don't have to have your kick drum directly straight if that's not where your feet land. If your
Right.
kick drum is directly straight, then now I would be sitting like this. That's not straight. I'm sitting to the left already. I'm already facing to the left. So that
Hmm.
means all of my drums to the right are going to now be almost behind me. So turn back straight this way.
Duh.
Turn
Right.
back straight this way. If I'm turning straight this way, if you saw my feet are basically like this. You know what I mean? They're slightly out like that,
Yeah.
which is almost like a double kick pedal. A double kick pedal is the best thing you could ever put in front of you to help you kind of work on that neutral position of
That's
where your feet
crazy.
will really land
See what I'm saying? See, I don't do this shit, but good.
at.
Nope. I never thought about this. Never thought about that. No.
So, so like if you see Quest, if you ever go to a root show or just look at some videos and stuff like that, you'll realize that Quest's kick pedal is his whole kit. Like the kick drum is not straight. It's off to the right
Right.
because his feet are more out that way. So his kick drum is exactly where his foot lands. That when he sits down, he's still directly straight, but his drums are where they need to be at as far as position wise is concerned.
That's so
And he play
wild, yo.
and he plays flat foot. So therefore, if I'm forcing him to do this, but his foot really goes that way, I'm putting tension on his foot immediately as soon as he sits
Right.
down. I don't
Right.
want tension on his foot. You want it to be as relaxed, no tension whatsoever. That no tension is your feet being naturally where they fall at. Sit at
Right.
your stool with your drum set. Just put your feet in front of you as comfortable as they feel, where you don't have no strain on your hips, your calves, none of that. And start putting the drums exactly where your feet and stuff are. You'll find that neutral position.
See, this what I'm saying, man. But the funny thing is, after you even told me that, I still didn't do the shit. But I'm gonna try it from now on. I'm gonna see what that really what that feels like because that does make sense though. Because I even think about that when I'm playing. No exaggeration. When I'm playing, I'll be like, okay. When I sit down, you're right. The bass drum is usually it's centered to where you're
Yep.
sitting like this. So
Uh-huh.
you're not sitting like you said straight. You're really
Yep.
turning your left a little bit because the kick drum is this way. So
Yep.
your left foot is going that way, but it's like so you kind of like this,
Absolutely.
right? It's like I
Absolutely.
guess, yeah.
No, yeah,
But
exactly.
that's
So you're
crazy,
already
bro.
starting, you're already starting with tension. Where it's like, so now you're having to twist your body back this way to get to your floor times or that symbol that's back, you're turning that way. So you're
Hmm.
putting all of this tension that way when it's not neutral, it's not natural. Where for real, you should be able to be like this and get all your
Hmm.
drums. Go in front of you, you should be able to be like this.
Yeah.
Not have to go all the way back here
Go
and
back
catch
over here.
stuff back
Yeah. That's why I be going back there,
here. Right.
man.
That's why I'll be going
Oh,
back there.
oh. I mean, because it's funny though. Cause I'll be like, I'll be, I'm thinking to myself like, you know what? Let me go. I should be going like that way,
It's, it should
opposed
be
to
you should be starting here to go here. So
right.
that
I should be
literally
ending
you get
here.
your floor time, you should be able to almost drop your arm directly to your side.
Right. Not
That should be your second or whatever, you know what I mean? That should be that floor time there, not back here where your whole body is twisting back this way. Like
man.
and that
That's why my back been hurting. That's
yeah,
exactly why my back been hurting.
honestly, like it really, I mean, it's really like I said, for someone who really deals with back pain and now been dealing with that for 20 years, like that's something that I work on for myself, but see how it also works into the idea of different drummers where I set up for, and it's like, yo, this feels like it's really it's kind of comfortable. Like it's very comfortable. And you start around like, yeah, all the drums are in front of you.
Right.
Your drums are in front of you, but it's just a matter of again, it's not crazy off where your kick drum is all the way over here. It's a matter of turning it to where your kick pedal is naturally where your foot is at.
Hmm. Hmm.
It definitely is something for sure. Like I said, for Quest who plays flat footed, like it is super great for him because again, he's not playing off the ball of his feet, like he's literally playing flat foot, so he's doing this all day long. So it's like he needs as least amount of tension on his foot as possible. If I'm making him force his leg that way, like he's not gonna be able to do a 2.5 hour show or 3 hour show
Right.
before you get like I gotta keep standing up and stretching. That's
Right.
what you see everybody. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
you can sit and do a 3 hour show rocking, going as hard as you want to, playing, like, you know what I mean? Get
Hmm.
off the drums and then walk off and you ain't needing a massage to get your back snapped into place. It's like, no, no, no.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when you sent
Damn.
that meme the other day, I'm like, yeah, that's how most drummers get up.
Oh my
oh, oh,
God.
so
Hurt,
yeah.
sore, tight.
Right. So
Hmm.
it's like it's little stuff, you know what I mean? But that's how I approach drums in my craft as far as being on the tech side of things is looking into stuff like that. How can a
Yeah.
cat do a 3 hour show, a 2 hour show and get up and feel good? And I just be like, yo, my lower back hurt a little bit, this, that, and the third. How do we remove that kind of stuff to really have a person be in there like that zero neutral zone
Hmm.
and go
Hmm.
from there? So
No, that's
yeah,
real. That's crazy
And
though, bro. I'm telling you, I hope y'all listening to this because that's some very, very like seriously good, great, amazing information, man. Like I forgot some dude who wrote who did the book about that, talking about your posture and your
yeah,
health and all that. I forgot who wrote that book, but
yeah,
that's a great thing, yo. That's a great
no.
idea.
So no, it's definitely beneficial. I think it's very beneficial to players for sure. And as we get
Mm-hmm.
older, like the earlier you started, the better you are. But for us, that's older. Like you know what I mean. You out here playing and doing these high adrenaline shows and whatnot. Even just if you just playing, just if it's a jazz player, like
Right.
still like there's moments in the show where you're gonna get worked up and you playing and you going crazy. It's like find that zone where you can at least starting from zero, you're starting from neutral, and then you're able to go no matter how high your cymbals are, whatever the case is,
Right.
just putting them where they're comfortably at, where you're not
Yeah.
having to reach for drums. You know what I mean? Again, you're not twisting all the way back here for drums. Your second snare is not all the way back here. It's like, no, you should be able to play with your second snare directly in front of you almost. Like they
Right.
should be even almost in a point where, but again, each player, you do what you want to
Yeah.
do. It's just
Right. 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 Right.
something that I've seen and noticed where it's played out with multiple drummers that I've worked with, where it's setting up in this way, where I've seen the response of like, yo, this feels really good. I feel way better when I get off the drums. You know what I mean? I ain't got those little tweaks and pains and aches. It's like, nah. So
Right. Right.
that's
That's
that's my 2 cents in how I see it and approach it.
and that's how you're supposed to approach it.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? The right way, healthy way, smart way.
True. It's all about this health for sure and longevity.
Mm-hmm. And
Right. So
and so going from that, like being a tech to stage managing,
mhm.
how did that transfer and transpire to that side as far as like, okay, you know, like for instance, let's say you put a tech on or something, right? Like you put a homie or somebody on and
Right.
you stage managing. You like, all right, I gotta do A, B, and C, but then you hear the drums and you be like, that shit sounds then look terrible. Like does it ever like interfere with your next profession? Like you be like, damn, let me go back over there and help this motherfucker because he's messing up. Like you know?
It, So it definitely has played out several times. It plays out not a lot, but it's definitely played out at times where, especially like on the biggest time that it really shows is like it's on the TV show, for instance, where I was a stage manager, production manager actually, for Late Night with Seth Meyers, and it's like
Okay.
on that show we would have guest bands in all the time, so they would be over there setting up or whatever the case is, and they're doing sound check, and I'm just doing the production manager thing and making sure the overall stage and everything is set up and the lights and all
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff, and like either the drummer or the drum tech would be over there and they're tuning up the kit and he's playing the kit and he's just like working on this one time forever, and it's just like, hey yo man, let me help you out real fast. and then and then it grew into a thing where like our audio crew would be like, hey Detrick, real quick, can you come here real fast? I'm like, hey, what's up? Can you tune up his kit for us real quick? They're like,
Oh man. Oh,
got you.
right.
Yo, these
Mm-hmm.
Jones is ringing way too much. Yo, can you tune me? I got you. Tune up.
Right.
Oh my God, thanks, yo. I appreciate it, man. Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, no
Meanwhile,
problem.
you
It's
got
all
meanwhile
good.
next thing you like, okay, can we move this couch over to the left now? Because I doing all you got to go back to your job.
It just still go right back to my job, but it's just like, because my love for drums is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never bothered by it. I've never been bothered by it where I'm like, oh my God. It's just like somebody calling on me for, my expertise, if you would, of making these drums sound good or sound right for
Mm-hmm.
TV or live concert. And it's like, yo, DJ, come here fast. So what you think these drums sound like?
Yeah.
Like I appreciate that people, see me or in my profession and what I've done, the things that I've done in that
Mm-hmm.
way that they want to ask me to come and help and not take it as a like I'm trying to show them up or they might get shown up because I can come over and tune the kit to make it sound a certain kind of way that they might not have been able to really achieve. So I carry it just as a badge of honor, honestly, for anybody that is willing to step and rather pull me into what they're being paid to do or what they're there to do to ask me to help them with their kit. So
Right.
it's always cool, but it just be funny sometimes where it's like you sitting there and like what I hate is going to like live shows sometimes because it's be like,
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
like,
Yep.
yeah, I be wanting to go like I gotta go like I can't be here I can't because I can't turn that off like I don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
turn hearing what I hear off. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
because again, we've done what we've done for so long and on these different levels or whatever, like on the production side for me, it's like when I go to a show, I'm looking at everything. Like
Right.
I'm looking every little thing. It's like my wife would be chilling and she's enjoying the show, and she'd just look over at me like, you're not
You're not
watching the
happy.
show at
Yeah.
all.
You're not
Like
happy.
you're
Yeah.
not even not happy, but she's like, you're not watching the show. Like you are watching everything that's happening around here. And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
I
Yep.
can't
I'm with
deal.
you.
Like so, what I mean? But then when you go to a good show and then you everything is sounding right, it's like, yeah, absolutely. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not that it's a bunch of bad shows. It just be, it's little stuff that you notice or you hear and it just be like, oh man, that snare is killing me. Oh
Right.
my God. These cymbals don't match the sound of this at
Yep.
all.
Yep. He don't match.
And it's like this playing doesn't matter, like, you know what I mean? But again,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. But it's just one of those things where, because you do it for so long, you've heard it done a certain way for so long, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just be hard to turn off that little like what that's a
Yep. Yep. I know exactly what you
but
mean, bro.
yeah,
And
man. So
it's funny. It's funny you say that too, because like when I go to concerts too, like with my lady or something like that. Like, I mean, she's a musician too. Like, she has a great ear. She can
right,
sing, but she's not. She's not a musician or a singer. She just has the gift.
right,
And
for sure.
it'd be funny because when we go to concerts and this and that, we'll hear something like a weird pitch, or a drummer do something that's out of nowhere, like an explosive chop or something. We both should look at me like,
Right,
okay,
right.
like, all right.
Because you
But
can't help it.
you can't help it. But it's so funny because you be sitting there thinking, like you said, you want to watch the show, but you can't because it's like these interruptions are killing me.
Correct. And it'd be
Oh,
something so little for somebody else, but for us, it's like it touches nerves. It's just like,
oh yeah,
oh God, like what do we? Okay, all right.
yeah.
Ah.
That's a frequency nerve. Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it
That thing hurt.
absolutely is.
That
It's
thing
like
hurt
chalk.
too.
It's like nails on the chalkboard. Where it's like, yo, what the? Please
Ooh.
stop! Like stop! Like,
That joint tear you up. Ah,
be ready
you
to. It's
get
like it's the sound that's needed, and it's like it almost sometimes it comes off like you weren't willing to really do the work to meet the music that you're playing at
mm,
all on all
mm,
sides, like no matter what the instrument is. But sometimes stuff like that to me comes off like I feel like you weren't willing to really put in the work to really understand whose music you're playing and respect that music in that way. Like you want it to be you, where it's like you can still be you, but let's match
yeah.
these sounds, let's match these things that this is
Mm-hmm.
making sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how it comes off to me sometimes. It's like I understand that's the symbols that you like, and you can stay with your brand, but I'm sure you could have done a little more to find out what symbols really would have matched this.
Yep. The context of this
This.
year. Mm-hmm.
And if your company can't do that, then maybe you might not be with the right company. Like, but I feel like you should do the work to, you know what I mean, figure that out for real and respect
Right.
the artists and the people who produce that music, you know what I mean, to really
Mm-hmm.
be able to translate that to the audience. I go to
Mm-hmm.
hear Stevie Wonder, I plan on hearing all the sounds that I heard on the Stevie Wonder album. And that's what exactly you're going to hear.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no 808s with Stevie.
I don't want to hear no 808s. Stevie ain't never had an 808 doing nothing. Like, what?
Doing nothing. He never had an 808. No.
Ain't never, like, you know what I mean?
No.
But it's stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, but when you do go to when you do go to good shows and you know what I mean, you get to enjoy those where you almost get to turn off that. It's like, no, you appreciate that much more. The
Yeah,
musicianship, you know what I mean?
exactly.
Understanding the person really enjoys and respects their craft on such a level that they were really
Mm-hmm.
willing to put in the work that, again, it might be a matter of, I know you like playing with these kind of heads, but you might
Right.
need to change the head. Still in the same, your company, but see what other heads they got that matches these tones that you need to get to,
Right. Yeah.
like respectfully.
Exactly.
And
Respectfully. Yeah.
yeah, truly, you know what I mean. So that's really what it is for me. It's just a matter of just I enjoy. I know the work that I put in for my craft and the people that I work with and how everybody respects what we do. And I just kind of be wishing and hoping sometime that everybody approached it that same way.
Same here.
But
Same here.
and whenever I
I
can
be
help,
the same.
all right, whenever I can help, then I'm gladly here to help. You know what I mean? And again, it ain't a matter of like I'm better than you kind of vibe. It's just like, yo, this is where again, iron sharpens iron. It's to me, that's
Mm-hmm.
the way it should all be looked at. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like you be tuning up this or you be doing that to make these Johns sound. How you be getting to that tone? This is what I don't. I'm not the guys like those are my secrets. I don't tell people how I do this. I've been working. I'm going to work. That's not going to stop me from working. Telling you, you know what I
Well,
mean. Whatever
exactly.
it is. that it
Right.
is to get those tones the way that it is. So
Hmm.
it to me, it is what it is.
That's real though. I'm not holding it. I ain't gonna hold it back. I'm gonna give you some information because you ain't gonna beat me anyway, motherfucker. Kind of like
And I'm still me. So at the end of the day, that's what's like, you know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
it's my personality as well as what I'm able to do and bring to the table as far as the craft is concerned. That keeps me hired or keeps me working in the ways that I work. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me giving you that information or giving sharing information won't take anything from that. Not a
Hmm.
gatekeeper. I'm not trying to be like we all working with whatever these instruments or drums, percussion, whatever the case may be that I might be working with. That's what it is. It's
Right.
like, but I'd rather us all be operating at that level than to be again showing up and people like, yo, these Johns sound crazy, or somebody getting sent home because they can't figure out how to really tune these drums or set
Hmm.
this drum setup or percussion up or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? To keep the job and to keep working on that job. So
Yep. No, that's real. That's real, bro. I mean,
yeah, man.
you keep it in the community. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the community. Don't hate on
Yeah.
me. I'm trying to help
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, trying to help each other. Like, nah, like that. That
Real
keep you
talk.
working. That keep us all working. Like, you know what I mean. And again, each one teach one. That should be constantly the premise. I feel for what we do out here. It's not a lot of us who operate at certain levels or whatever, but for all of us who are and those who are underneath us trying to figure it out and work their way up.
Right.
It's no reason for me to be like, nah. One day he might come up and take my job. If that's what you're worried about, then your job is already going to be
It's
taken
gone.
anyway.
It's gone.
It's already
Yep.
gone. All right?
Hmm.
If that's your concern, it's already a out of here situation for sure. Like
Hmm.
so, I encourage everybody again. If I can help anybody, I'm always here to help whomever. You know what I mean? If it's in the studio, it's whatever the case may be. Like I'm always here to offer what it is that I may be able to bring to the table to help. You know
Period.
what I mean? Your
Period.
the
Yep.
recording or your live show or whatever the case is. That's what I feel like I'm here to do. Especially at the
Hmm.
again, as long as we've been in the business, it's like I feel like it's only right to be able to give this information, especially to the younger guys that's coming up and that's new into the
Yep.
game. Like, here's some tidbits, here's some things that can help you along the way. Here's your
Hmm.
starter kit of what you should have when it comes to being a tech out here. You should have these certain kind of things within your toolbox that when you get to a gig, you got those. Here's
Yep.
some records.
Exactly.
Here's some records to listen to. Here's some concerts to listen to, so you can hear some different tones of what these drums can sound like. And it don't matter about
Hmm.
what the drum company is as much as it is the tones that you're going for.
Hmm. That's real.
So
And,
yeah, nah.
speaking of that too, like with like the business side of everything, like because you know, like you said, you've been in this for a long time, and
Mhm.
a lot of times people get they get it mixed up and misconstrued with the musician part of you or the um I guess I would say like the mainly the musician part. You know what I'm saying? Like people get that misconstrued with, knowing the business in general. Um,
Mhm.
how did you get into the business? You know what I'm saying? From being a drummer to a tech into a stage manager and all that. Like, how did you get into the actual business?
So I always got to give a shout out to my music teacher from high school, George Bird. Rest in peace. I'm like while I was in high school, he really kind of just put this thing into me where it was like he wouldn't allow me to just be a drummer. He was like, nah. He made me a production manager before I understood what a production manager was. Like he made me the head of the audio team before I understood what that even was. Like, you know what I mean? So he
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, you already know how to play drums. So we can move that out the way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you got that
Right.
part. Like clearly you got that part. Take this whole soundboard, all of this stuff apart. Here's the instructions on how to put it back together. I'll be back at the end of the day. Like, okay, cool.
What?
Yeah, swear to you, bro. Like I listen,
That's
there's multiple
crazy.
people. Swear to you. My first gig was Shirley Caesar at our high school, and I was the sound guy. That's my first gig ever, bro. Like that's my first professional
That's
gig.
so dope.
I
Mine
was the
was mine
sound
was
guy for Shirley
Richard
Caesar.
Smallwood.
I was the audio guy, bro. Like I literally was audio in high school. I'm like, and that was really the first gig.
Dang.
Like our auditorium, University City High School, I'm about to say our auditorium set like 2,400 people. So they used to always rent our high school out to different people to do shows and whatnot.
Okay.
And Shirley Caesar came to the show. She came to our school, rented it out, and they hired me as the sound guy.
That's crazy.
And I was
That's
running sound for for Shirley Caesar,
for
like at our
Shirley
high school.
for beans, greens. Hey, oh man.
Like,
And you
and so again, it go all the way back to high school. as far as like, you know what I mean, kind of being put into the fire or put into what was then the business and receiving my first check. That was high school. But also, um, Steve McKee, he went to my high school as well. He was there before I got there, and I was actually brought to my high school to replace Steve because he graduated. So
Okay.
the music teacher knew my stepdad, who was the head building engineer or whatever, and Steve graduated. I used to come to the school all the time when I was younger because they had an Olympic size pool inside the school. So I used to just come during the summer and be in that joint, just swimming, having a great time. But I would always hear music in the building because there wasn't nobody else in the building. I would always hear music. So I made my way downstairs. Steve and them in there, Steve, Ryan Bussey, all of these cats are down there. They in jazz band and they on summer camp jazz band, and I'm just sitting there just watching them do their thing. After they graduate or whatever, the music teacher talked to my dad, yo, I need your son because my drummer's leaving. I come to replace Steve at University City High School as the head drummer. Um, that creates then a relationship because now I'm starting to actually meet Steve and chill with Steve and whatnot.
Hmm.
And then he's like, yo, bro, I'll be coming down to this spot called the Five Spot. Like you should slide down this joint. Like
Yep.
I can get
Hmm.
you in. Be there this time at the back door. I'm gonna open up the door. You better be at the back door.
Yep. Back door.
All right. That was my certified throughway into what became, you know what I mean, this business for me and being in this camp
Wow.
and surrounded by that. So that was like that was like 11th grade, I think.
Okay. That's dope. In
Like
11th, you
Shirley,
out there at the 5 spot. With
bro,
Shirley.
with Shirley, right? I'm like, so that became the throughway of how my real entrance into what was the business that we now are in. And just kind of being around. Then at that point, South Street Blues was the other spot. So
Hmm.
the Five Spot was on Tuesdays. South Street Blues was on Wednesdays, I believe, which was like 20th and or 21st and South Street. Right on the corner
Okay.
used to be that bar right there. And the band was like up on this little like platform joint or whatever.
Hmm.
So it's like, and Steve would be like, yo, what's up? Yo, be there at this spot. I'm like, all right. So Steve started telling me the spots to be at. Okay, cool. We just, so just kind of making our way, moving my way around in the business. Then one night I got asked to come to Larry Gold's, which I had never been to at that point in my life.
Hmm.
Come to
Studio,
this spot,
baby.
come to the studio, whatever. The Roots, they do these listening sessions. It was like, okay, Richard Nichols was rest in peace to Richard Nichols. I'm like,
Yep.
he started paying me and other drummers to come there on, I think it was Wednesday nights to come in some Wednesday nights or whatever, or Thursdays to come and do like these listening sessions where he would put on like a loop of something. And we used to
Mm.
just be in the room just playing and stuff. And that was one of the, and it was just like, okay, like, all right, we there. John Smelter's in that joint, and we used to just be in there. He used to have loops on, and we used to just be playing the loops. And
That's crazy.
he would pay us to come in and just play the loops. And they would take snippets and pieces and stuff out of those loops or
Right, right,
whatever
right.
to use for other stuff.
Okay.
All of these things were like the intros to me kind of understanding the business. And it's like, wait, what's happening? Like,
Hmm.
what's
Hmm.
I'm being paid to go on the studio. I'm in that John, and at that time, I'm realizing that I'm standing there next to Questlove, or I'm next to this person or that person. These cats are just chilling in the room, and I'm like, yo, that's the
Right,
bull,
right.
that's the bull. So
Hmm.
it's like that was like the beginnings of what became me kind of being around and being in the circle. I'm like, and then all at the same time, me and Daryl became friends. He showed up one day, the most random thing. He showed up to this my high school. I think he went to Gamp before he came to University City. But I'm in the music room one day, I'm playing drums, and Daryl was literally so it was like 4 steps that took you down into the music room. And he just was just standing there with his arms folded. While I'm just in there, we all laughing, band, we just playing around, and he just standing there like this and just looking. I just stopped playing. It was like who do standing here? Like you just stand here. It's like this. Yo, bro, you play drums or something? Yo, he like,
Right.
yeah, yeah, I kind of play drums. I'm like, that was the most. Get the hell out of here! Like you ain't,
Hmm. Hmm.
you
Hmm.
don't kind of play drums. But that was the intro of like that, and then from there, me and him, that our relationship started, and then again, yo, we be at the Five Spot, yo. I turned them on to the Roots. I'm like, yo, bro, this band called the Roots. Like, yo, they new album come out. It's called Things Fall Apart, bro. Like they're gonna be down
Woo.
at the gallery. They're
Remember
gonna
that
be
one?
down at the gallery live inside the music store. I'm like, yo, we gonna cut school. We gonna go down. He's like, where? I said, yeah, we're gonna go
We
down there.
gonna cut
Now
school. I remember them
we cut school.
days.
We cut
Oh,
school, go down the gallery. The Roots are doing an album release party, album release concert live for Things Fall Apart. We standing like if Quest's back is this hand, we're like this far from Quest's back while they're doing the whole show. Like the gate is down and we just standing at his back, and I'm just like,
wow. Right.
it's like, and I'm literally studying him play "You Got Me," where it's got, and I'm just like, I got to figure this out.
I gotta
I got to
figure this
figure
out.
that out. Like, I got to. Went back to school and we started playing "You Got Me" in school. Like, and I took the
Hmm.
whole band, the whole song, and then we used to just play it all the time whenever we was out gigging. But it was like these were the things that again it's really opened up
Hmm.
that space and that bubble of really being around, and also the transition of really, like I said, being in the business. Like, and
Hmm.
now I'm at the five spot. I started being on the house band. It was like, yo, so y'all would be out or somebody would be out. It's like, yo, Detrick, yo, you available this week? Yeah, I'm available. Absolutely.
Right.
Now I remember the first time playing behind Floetry because they just randomly came through. Nobody home. It's just me on drums. All right, cool. Like, I'm in the
Cool.
play like they're like, oh, dang, you. All right, cool. It was like, you know what I mean? Those
Hmm.
moments,
Hmm.
these different little moments and things that were playing out that were just pulling me further and further into, what was one the neo soul, which was, what the label was back then or whatever, like that scene and just kind of being known and around as being a drummer, but somebody that cats can kind of, yo, if you need
Yeah.
somebody, I'm available, I'm around. All the little open mic joints used to happen all over the city. Now I'm being called to do that kind of stuff, and that was like
Hmm.
still my drumming era. So that was like the you know what I mean the intros of really kind of getting into and being here. But from that, like I said, the car accident happened in '04. From there, then it was like that was the turn of like, all right, so can't really play. So what we gonna do next?
Mm.
Uh,
That's real.
we got a call at that point. About to say that's when we used to be trying to think what was happening. Like that was Eric Roberson era. That was all that stuff was all happening. Like E Robe was like blazing at that point. Like to
Yeah.
play for E Robe, and still it's an honor for anybody playing with E Robe right
Hmm.
now for sure. But back then we still young boys at that point. So it's
Right.
like
Right.
Cactus on the E Robe gig. We had oh my god. I can't think of the name of the. You had Franklin Bridges out during that time, like Cactus gigging heavy day down Grape Street. I'm all right, Daryl. So
Yep.
listen, I come and set up your drums. They ain't about nothing, bro. You need help? I got you. And it's just a matter of me now, like, yo, you need help? You need help? You need help?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You need help's now turned into we in a room where it's like, yo, LL Cool J got a gig. He hires Adam, Daryl, and everybody to be his band. It's like, yo, D, what's up? You trying to tech this joint? Let's tech this joint. Now you're
Simple.
being officially called a tech.
Right.
They give me the first check, and I'm like, yo, like, wait,
I can make. I can make this doing this.
this is what we paying to do this job? Like,
Right.
oh man, listen,
Yeah.
say no more. We have nothing else to talk about right now.
Right.
Like, and that's like we talking. That was like oh 03, oh 04. That was like oh 04. That was about
Woo.
oh 04, oh 05, I think, around that time.
Oh.
Check was like $3,600 for a week of rehearsals and the shit. I was like, huh? Like,
Yep.
say no
Yep.
more. What
Yep.
else are we talking about here? Like,
Hmm. Hmm. I
I'm
remember them
still young and
days.
dumb and didn't understand taxes at that point, but I saw that check. It was like, and it was like, you know what I mean? You're gonna pay me to do something that I just love to do anyway. Like,
Right. We all
I
learned
was,
that. I think everybody
yeah.
that got on on my podcast, it says the same thing about when they get their first couple checks. Gone. Gone.
Oh, bro. We rehearsing in New
Zilch.
York City. We was in New York City. We rehearsing. I'm out. I'm like, let's hit the streets. Let's go shopping. Like, what we go get some new
Mm.
this and let's go get some new that. I'm fresh. Like, what we like? Oh,
Yeah.
taxes.
Real
Huh?
talk.
What happened?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, Sam?
What's this paper? I don't know what you're talking about here. I don't. Yeah, no, I made that money, but what y'all talking about? Why do you need some of this? I don't.
Why? Yeah.
Because
Who
nobody was.
y'all? Who are y'all? I mean,
Well, I gotta pay
I
you.
can't even identify y'all face. Who are you?
I don't know who this is that's asking for this money. Like, what are you talking about?
Nope.
So, but these were the growing pains, just in this business of what we do, and really just understanding it, like truly understanding it.
Yeah.
And again, it just kept going and kept growing. We're doing the different gigs and working for different people. At that point, we had our own unit of cats that was moving and doing certain things. So it was
Hmm.
just like, all right, cool, whatever that was happening, just being in that, all right, we doing this LL thing. All right, now we doing this Pharrell thing. All right, cool. Then going on to the Jill. And then after that, we just keep on. Then Anthony Hamilton and after Anthony, Eminem. It just kept growing and growing and
Keep going,
growing.
right,
And
right.
then, 20 years later, being blessed enough to have worked for a lot of different artists, and being involved in a lot of different productions and shows and, events or whatever that have been globally around the world. And it's, again, it's
Mm-hmm.
really just been a blessing, to just be a part of, or to be looked at and be a part of these great, things that have played out, where you're in front of 1 million people, or you're in front of
Seriously.
5,000 people, or, you know what I mean? Or it's being broadcast around the world and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that, you took a part of that. You were a part of what made this show
Yep.
as
Yep.
killing as it was, or, as like, oh my God, the production and stuff is up for Emmys and things are up for this. Like, I was blessed enough to do a Super Bowl with Lady Gaga. It was like,
That's
I never in
crazy.
my never in my life would I have thought of, like, you know what I mean? I didn't write down this thing. It's crazy. We were in high school. One day we're just sitting inside the music room, and I used to carry a video camera like the whole senior year. I carried a video camera around school all day
That's
long.
dope.
Every day I just carry a video camera. So one day we all sitting down there, we're in the band room. So it's like all of the band people or whatever members. And I took the camera, I set it on the table, and then I turned that joint one by one and asked everybody where they see themselves in another 10 years. And everybody just answered it like saying whatever it was. And I just remember myself saying, like, yo, I don't know exactly what or where I'll be. I know I'm gonna be in the music business for sure. Like that, I clear as a day.
That's
Like
dope.
I know,
Yep.
I
That's
know I'm
dope.
gonna be
Come
in the
on.
music business. I don't
Speak
know
it.
exactly. I said I don't know exactly what I'll be doing, but I know I'll be in the music business for sure. I
Mm-hmm.
said that. Daryl said that. Ryan Cunningham, bass player from Philly as well, who's out with October London right now. Like, we all were saying these same things, like not even stuttering, not like on some, I'm gonna say it because that person said it. Like, it was
Mm-hmm.
very confident
Mm-hmm.
that each one of us all was like, we're gonna be out here for sure, traveling the world, bro, playing for some of the biggest artists in the world. And I still have that tape. And it's like, again, we turned this joint around and everybody just said there what they thought they was gonna do. Now, 24 years later, like, been in this business for 23 years out of 24.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's a blessing to be able to have followed through, what I mean, with not just a dream, but now, a reality of what it is that we do, and to be respected. To say, I got friends that live in, Australia, or live in the Middle East, or live here or live there. You know what I mean? People that you can call
Mm-hmm.
family that live in all these different parts in the world, that something that I never had a real plan for was able
Mm-hmm.
to take, like, you know what I mean? And I just always enjoy and appreciate that about my life, and something that I always talk to my kids about as well. Just an idea of, like, don't let your dreams just stay a dream. Like, follow
Yep.
through with it,
Real talk. Yeah.
push it, live it. Like, if that's what you want to do, people might not always agree with it. I had
Mm-hmm.
family members who, in no way, shape, or form, would have thought that this is what my reality would be.
Right.
20 something years later, and they're at 42, and it's like, oh yeah, that you doing stuff, and people, you can have celebrities at your crib, and it's like, oh yeah, yeah, somebody can walk in, and it's like, that, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, yeah, that's, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's the homie.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Right.
that's big sis. That's big bro. That's, that's
Mm-hmm.
cuz, that's whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and again, it's not a matter of the negativity, but it's blocking out the negativity of what could be of other people not seeing your dream, because it's your dream. It's not
Right.
somebody else's. It's yours. Like, so,
That's real.
I just, really appreciate that, and definitely push that for my kids for sure, that you literally can be and do whatever it is you want to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just you believing in it, and, staying to it, keeping your feet on the path of where you want to go with it. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, man.
And I mean, when you that's one thing, when you live in that life, when you really like living what you pray about and what you write down, that thing, that manifestation is real. That thing come to life.
Very real.
To me,
Like,
that's what I've seen.
bro,
Mm-hmm.
again, we're blessed enough to still be here to be talking about this, and to live these lives, that we get to live every day, working with some of the biggest artists in the world, doing some of the biggest shows in the world and around the world. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, while other people, some people was like, they stopped because it didn't look like it was a reality that could be theirs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where it's like,
Yeah.
it is a reality if you make it. Like, you know what I mean? But you got to make it a reality, like, and not let it just live on this line of, it was a dream of mine. Like, no, try it. I like to say all the time, like, I have a cup full of tools, and I'm just trying to empty it out before I leave here.
It's good. That's good. That's a
That's what
good
I
one.
live with. Like that's literally what I live with. Like, you know what I mean? I'm out here trying to empty out my cup. So all these different things that I've acquired throughout the year that I've put into this cup or into my toolbox, I'm trying to use them all before I get out of here. Before whenever God calls me home, I'm just trying to use as many of them as possible. You know what I mean? I don't want to
Hmm.
leave here with a cup full still. And it's like, ah man, I wish I would have. Dad, he always talked about wanting to do. Like I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like whenever
Right.
it is, if I don't wake up, tomorrow, I would like to say that I've done as much as I would have liked to done this far in my life, at least.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like so,
That's real.
that's constantly my pushing. Like I said, what I like to put on to my kids, my son, just keep pushing, do what it is that you love. You might not always be able to do what you want to do, but sometimes we got to do what we have to do what you want
Yeah.
to do. Like
Yep.
so,
That's life,
like and
baby.
that's
That's
and that's
life.
life every day. Like, there's
Hmm.
days where I got to do what I have to do, but not because I want to do it, because I have to do it. Like, and the older
Hmm.
we get, the more you'll realize and start seeing that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And
yeah, man.
and so now let's change the subject a little bit. Uh,
Go ahead.
I heard you can cook,
Right.
right? Now I know you can cook, but I heard you can like get down for real, like in the woods, with like in the shed, with
In
like
the,
barbecue, with like a real pig. You cut the pig neck off, you chop him and throw his foot out and throw the hoof over there.
what?
Yo, I heard you really can cook though. Like I be seeing it on the page
Right,
and
right,
stuff. But
right.
what made you get into like really being a chef, like an actual chef?
Uh,
Are you
um,
certified?
no, no, no.
Man,
So,
you should go to school and get one real quick before you look.
not
Just get
so
one.
listen, right? So listen. So like I follow a bunch of one. Yes, I love to cook. I love the barbecue. Like that is, I might love that more than what it is that we do as far as this music stuff is concerned. It really might go hand
I
in hand. Just
understand. Mm-hmm.
depends on the day of which one kind of overshadows the other. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, but it goes back to, again, as a kid, um, just my mom being a single parent and having three kids, and had to cook certain stuff because you home by yourself or you home with your siblings, and it's like, yo, so got fry up these steakums, gotta let's figure this out. My mom's showing us little stuff of how to cook or whatever, or prepare food. But my grandfather on my mom's side, my grandfather John, he was the first person to really kind of like really pull me into the kitchen and
Mm-hmm.
really start teaching me how to like cook like really cook things, like seasoning things properly, cleaning things
Okay.
properly, cleaning chicken where you cut taking all the
Thank
extra
you.
fat off of the chicken, like you know what I mean, like not just watching it and then throwing it in a pan and putting some, like, no, he would literally he would pull all the fat off of it, cut all the fat off of the
Woo.
chicken thighs or the breast or whatever. He cut an extra skin off so that just the perfect skin on the chicken, ain't no extra skin on it. And I was at like 8 years old that he started showing me that kind of stuff.
Mm.
On the weekends, I would go to my grandmother's crib, and my dad and everybody would be there. And if it's something I would ever have to pat my dad on the back for, it's like the level of barbecuing this dude did. Like, bruh,
Damn.
like that, the barbecue thing, like that is 100%. That comes from my pop. Like what? Like I mean, like pitmaster junkies. I'm like, really, bruh, like I mean it, like it's just that's really where that comes from. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty much running the barbecues by like 12, 13 years old. Like I'm the one that's lighting the grill, getting the grill going, seasoning up the food on the grill. Little kid out there, like, got you. These ribs will be done in about 20 more minutes, y'all. Everybody
Right.
sit tight.
Right.
That's
Right.
all I was missing was the old head Jesus slippers. Like that's all I was missing at a
Shut
young
up.
age.
The
But it's like,
Dad Jones, right?
yeah, absolutely. With you stepping on the back of them jaws with your pinky toe sticking
I
out the
think it's
sides of
oh
them
god,
jaws.
yep,
Like
yep, with
it was
some white
like
socks.
with some absolute or some church socks on, like just ready to
Yep.
go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like that really started at a young age, of just really having an enjoyment for cooking, like and really being in the kitchen, never looking at it as a, because like I said, like my grandfather would be cooking all the time. He would be the one in the crib cooking up with him. My grandmother's an amazing cook, but my
Mm-hmm.
grandfather was the one, and my grandmother will tell you right now, like, no, he OD'd in the kitchen. Like he was the cook of the house, like for real, for real. I'm
Right.
like, so me spending a lot of weekends with my grandparents down there, like it just really took in. So the fish man would come down this back in the day, we were young boy. The fish man would come down the street and he's pulling a little cart. Fish man, fish man. Go
Mm-hmm.
outside. My grandfather grabbed some fish from him. We in the crib now. We in the crib cleaning. No, you don't use this. You use a spoon. If you use a spoon, that'll keep all of the scales from flying everywhere. I was like, wait, what happened? Like I don't.
Right.
learning stuff at like that where I'm 8, 9 years old, and he's teaching me the proper way
Shit,
to
I'm learning
clean
that at
fish.
40.
Right.
All
But it was
right.
just like, but it was really honestly, it was a lot of men in my life that, or just, these couple men or whatever in my life that really kind of gave me the bug of being on the grill and, being in the kitchen and cooking. And it just
Mm-hmm.
is, I've always just loved and enjoyed doing so from a young age. And that's turned into, where now me and a friend of mine, my man Kenny, we started a whole like barbecue page, which is called Sticks and Bones Barbecue, where we literally do a tutorial of how to cook stuff like very simple barbecue 101 level of cooking for people on the grill. Where it's like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have a fear of it because it's like it's an open flame and I don't know how to do this. So it's like we're really just teaching people how to do very simple, barbecuing where you ain't got a bunch of
Right.
seasonings or, it's people out here that they got 97 seasonings to cook this one thing. And it's like you don't have to use all of that. Like there's very
Mm-hmm.
simple ways of how to do this. So we're teaching people how, to do that or whatever. But we started this page this whole like brand or whatever called Sticks and Bones Barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
which we have a YouTube. It's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's on all of the different social media platforms or whatever. But it really is one of those things that it's just I really love and enjoy doing. And as far as going to school and getting certified and stuff like that, one of the chefs that I follow, they had posted this one thing or whatever where they were doing an interview, and in the interview, he was breaking down like the differences between chefs and cooks. So he said
Mm-hmm.
a chef doesn't cook the same thing every day. A cook does. A cook
True.
goes
That
in
makes
and it's
sense.
like
I can see that. Mm-hmm.
a chef is creative, so they're never going to want to cook the same things. So it's like, by all intents and purposes, you can call yourself a chef without having I would never disrespect their craft whatsoever. So I don't call
Yeah,
myself
yeah, I understand.
no chef like anything. But like on the page, I say Chef Bull D. That's my name on my YouTube page or whatever. It's just out of that. But I would never walk around as just like, yeah, I'm a chef. And but
Of
like, no,
course. Yeah, yeah.
I really enjoy cooking. I really enjoy being creative in the kitchen. And as far as this chef is concerned, he says that you're a chef. If you can go in there and you don't cook the same thing every day, then you would look at yourself as a chef. And people enjoy it because it's not just cooking it, but being able to create things that people enjoy all the time.
Yeah.
That's different. That you can. I like cooking exotic, different kinds of like food and stuff like that. So, like a week or so ago, I made some alligator gumbo. It's a place that I go that you can get fresh alligator. So go get some alligator. Spent the hour making my roux for the gumbo. Like I enjoy. Like I'm cool with being in the kitchen all day long, just cooking. But it's like I enjoy that kind of stuff where it's like I felt this new market or whatever. We're gonna work that out because we're gonna get an endorsement happening soon for sure
Come
with them.
on. Come
But
on.
they really sell nothing but exotic meats. So like yak, elk, ostrich, kangaroo meat, like they wagyu A5, tomahawk steaks, bro. Like
What?
it's madness inside this market. So I got some kangaroo meat downstairs actually in the crib right
Oh,
now
I gotta try
that
it.
bruh. Listen, it's
I gotta try it. I've never had
yeah.
kangaroo
No,
meat.
oh, bro, you never had it? Oh, see, I've had it before.
What does it taste like? Is it like
Yeah.
chicken?
No, no, no. It's definitely more of like a beef texture. It's more of like a brown, red meat kind of vibe or whatever.
Okay.
And the only way that they sell it in that market is actually ground up or whatever. So it's a ground up kind of like you can make burgers out of it.
Oh,
You can
dope.
make meatballs, stuff like that or whatever. But
Can you tell the
like,
taste difference? Like, does it taste different than other
yeah.
meats?
Oh no, absolutely. It's actually very sweet, which is like weird to have like it's sweet. It really is sweet.
Hmm.
Like it's a I'll make some. I'll about to, I'll let you know, pull up to the crib, whatever.
Yeah, I need
Like
to
it
see. Hey, I
tastes
need to
it.
try one of them Jones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like right now I got some elk. I got some elk and I got some kangaroo meat downstairs and always keep some gator around just because I just love gator. I'm like, I just love cooking
You
gator. Like
belong in
just
Florida somewhere. You do not
no,
need to be in Philadelphia wearing
listen,
shoes and it's concrete and great. You need a forest,
I need a
jungle.
forest.
Yeah, you need a jungle or forest to be around. You
It's
are
like, but
wild.
but again, like but I enjoy like just the challenge and the idea of okay, well, how do I make this exotic meat or whatever, something that could be
Hmm.
really delectable for somebody to eat or whatever. People that don't, that's just eating turkey, chicken,
Right.
fish, beef, pork. Like, all right, well, here goes something different. Let's figure out how to make that into a space where people really enjoy it. Which again, like I was saying, with the chef was talking about, that's the kind of stuff that makes a person really a chef. Is the idea of wanting to do stuff like that. You go to high end restaurants, the chef of that place is because that menu might be that for a week or so
Hmm.
before next time you come in there, it's a whole nother menu
Hmm.
that's only getting served for that week. Like, you know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like I enjoy living in a space like that where it's never just the same thing where it's like, oh yeah, I have things that I make, but I like, what do you season this with? Whatever I felt like at that moment.
Yeah. I feel you.
I I got a
It
million
could have been.
seasons in my
I
house.
could have. It could have been horseradish tonight. I don't know. Tomorrow it might be syrup. Whatever. I don't
Right.
know.
I'm like, but that also plays into the idea that we get to travel. Like we're blessed enough to travel around the world. So we get to taste different things that you
Hmm.
might not ever taste just living in, the United States or where we live
Yeah.
at or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like we were in Saudi Arabia like a month ago now. And
Yep.
while
Right
there,
before
right,
we same time.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Y'all took off as we were landing.
Hmm.
Y'all were finishing the show headed to the airport.
Yep.
I'm like, but we went to this traditional Arabic restaurant and they were serving camel meat there. Serve it up. What we got? Let's
Okay.
have it. Bruh,
How was it?
it was amazing. It really tastes like roast beef, bro. Like it tastes like it had been in a crock pot. It was so tender. It didn't have no extra gamey taste or none of that kind of stuff. It was so good, dog.
See, I gotta try these Jones, man. I gotta try them out.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
trying.
to me it's worth trying, bro. Like everything is worth trying. I've
Yeah.
had horse before. We were in Switzerland, and for lunch you either got fish or steak, but the steak was horse
Oh
meat.
God. Oh.
Oh God.
Oh, I can't even imagine. That's the thing. It's like the thought. That's the only thing about them eats. It's like I'm used to the chicken, turkey, and
Right.
pig, whatever. But it's like the mentalness of now switching over to another animal and being like, yeah, I'm eating this barefoot. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, God. Even if it is good, even if it is great and salty and seasoned, you just be like, mentally, I'm really eating this barefoot. Like this is
This
not
barefoot. Yeah,
ain't normal. But I
bro.
do want to try that. I do want to try the elk
Oh,
and the what was the other one?
they had elk, they had yak,
Yak.
uh,
Oh,
kangaroo.
that's what I want to try. The kangaroo.
I had ostrich in South Africa. It wasn't good. Like I wasn't a fan. I
The
was like,
ostrich.
it was an ostrich steak.
Yeah.
It just wasn't good. Like it wasn't. And I'm down for trying anything. It just wasn't good.
Mm-mm.
And I
Mm-mm.
might have it. I might be somewhere else and have it again, and it might be amazing. Like, but when it that one time turned me off of it, I was like,
It
nah,
don't
I'm
look
good.
like that'll be a good meat. It look mean anyway.
It's all stock. It's like
Yeah, it
it's
look
like
like yeah.
just an angry ass bird, just
Yeah.
scared. Like
I don't like them. I don't want that meat. That's pause. I don't want that meat. Get that out of there. That shit. Yeah. I'm
I
cool.
don't want that deep pause.
Nah.
Nah, I just don't.
Nah.
Yeah, no, but again, that's as far as the cooking stuff is concerned. Like it started at a young age, and I've just always loved to do it. From the moment that I was turned on to getting in the kitchen with the pots and the pans to throwing charcoal on the grill, like
Right.
I've just always been a lover. And put in my 10,000 hours in the kitchen and on the grill of really, being able to go out there and make it
Mm-hmm.
happen in the kitchen with the pots and the pans or with the charcoal and you know what I mean, or on the grill just in general. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just it's been a part of my life that again my house is definitely the entertainment house. Everybody comes to my crib. I'm like, if you know I'm home, just call. I
Yep.
run to them. I'm the guy that'll go to the deep freezer. We keep a deep freezer in the back of my crib that's just full of food, like
Meats
cause
just oh god.
just all kind of stuff. Cause it's like that's what we enjoy. Like, you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
really enjoy that. And everybody who, that's part of our bubble, it's a part of our world. Everybody know to just pull up. It's always gonna be something happening here, or we can
Mm-hmm.
create something to be happening. It ain't even like a party, but just a pull up. We can sit down and just be great enjoying each other's company. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
communing together. Like we enjoy communing where our kids are here. You know what I mean? Everybody just here. Bring your kids. We go just sit and chill. We're gonna have a good time. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's what we enjoyed at our house is that place for everybody to kind of be able to come together and just have a good time. I'm
Right.
like, and to be to be able to just cook and let everybody enjoy foods. And it ain't about, again, like I said, it being some type of party or special event or something like that, as much as it is just that, having great energy around.
Mm-hmm.
Like we enjoy having great energy in our house, and we like putting out great energy as well. Where you can come here and we can just have us time where we just chopping it up and just chop for just the guys. We can go out back, light some cigars, sit out in the back
Right, right,
tent,
right.
smoke some cigars, whatever the case is, and just chill. Like, you know what I mean? Have a safe space
Mm-hmm.
for us to just exist and be. But also for the girlfriends and the wives and all that can all pull up as well. We can all just be here and just, enjoy ourselves. And me
Right.
being able to contribute the idea of like, nah, nobody's in the kitchen but me. I got all the food. And they're like, wait, you don't want no help? Even my wife's like, let me help you do it. I'm like, I got it. It's cool. I
Nope.
got you.
Yep. I'm good. Get out.
It's me.
Yep.
Like, she my sous chef all the time, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like me doing the cooking is like, man, nah, that's my world. That's my vibe. And
Yep.
I'm like, I just like turn some good music on. I'm in that joint ready to go. Got my apron on. I'm in it. Let's put a little
Right, right.
season in this, a little bit of that. Hold on. Let that sit overnight let that sit for 24 hours or 48 hours in the refrigerator. Cool. Take that thing out. We ready to go.
You gotta go. Yep.
Yeah, so no,
Mm-hmm.
that's the cooking space. Like I really just love, like it's something that I truly love and enjoy. Just
Mm-hmm.
what I mean, being creative in that space as well with my hands. I mean, it goes back
That's
to
what's
again
up.
being creative with your hands and stuff like that. I'm like just
Yeah.
like with the drumming thing, it's like being creative, using your hands to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
It transfers over into being in the kitchen and doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Yeah,
Chef
yeah.
Drumyard D. Yep. Yeah.
Drum yard D here.
So, so I had
Keep it.
I got a question that's one more question that's a little offhand, a little crazy.
Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Um and then hold on one second. Yeah, I had that question, and then I also have one question. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna start here. Let's go to
Okay.
this question because this is gonna be this is a good one. So Jasmine's I busted the window out of your damn car, right? This is something that most people probably don't know. I I know, but I need this to be somewhat told because it's funny as shit. So you gotta tell me and tell them who is this car that's the window she busted out?
All right.
However you can say it, PG-13, NR, G, R, whatever
I,
one you want.
I'm gonna make this short,
Come
and
on,
I
short.
I will confirm that it was my car, but the song was not about me, but
Right.
it was my car. Uh,
That is the worst thing in the world. Oh my God. Yo.
yeah, yeah, that's a
Oh, that was yours? Oh, my bad.
uh, that'll be a
Was
con that'll be
yours?
that'll that'll be an in-depth answer at a later date. But yeah, that's
Woo.
it like
Boy.
the song is a real song. But it is about like it happened to my car,
Mm-hmm.
but it was not I was not the person who
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
the whole situation was about it all. Me and her had
But
no relationship in that space whatsoever. Like, nah.
did you ever see her after that? Like, did you ever tell her, like, that was my shit, right? That was my shit. Can I get a check?
Uh
Can you send me a check?
listen, there's never been a conversation after the fact. Like it's never been a
Okay.
conversation after
I'd
that.
have
Yeah,
been like,
you're so stupid. Yeah,
well,
yeah, no, it's never been a conversation after the fact at all. I've seen her
mm-hmm,
numerous times, like, you
mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, I'd have had the body slammer or something
yo,
at the I'd have been, yeah, right at the
yo,
festival,
yo,
the
yo.
walkway
Listen,
behind the stage. I'd have
we
been like,
we we, we
boo.
small in the joint at the bottom of the screen. We don't condone beating on women under no circumstances.
Right? They know I don't hit no women. They know that. But no,
No, I'm
I'd
just,
have had to have some words like, yo, you got to give me some type of break. You making hits. You made a hit off of. You made a
man,
hit off of
yeah,
your hit.
yeah, yeah. Off of your hit, yo. Yo,
So you gotta give me something.
I'm
Damn.
not with you, dog.
You hit my shit and got money, and I'm sitting here looking at the joint like, damn, you can't even give me a
Man.
check.
Yeah, no,
10 G's?
that was a crazy situation for
Yeah,
sure.
that's funny
Like
as hell
very,
though.
very.
That's
It's
I
definitely
mean,
it's funny now. It's funny now. It's
yeah, that's
definitely
what I'm
like
saying. Yeah, that's what
funny.
I'm saying. Unfortunate, but funny now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Jeez.
definitely something to laugh at now, but no, it was definitely
Whew.
not a laughing matter at all
No.
during that time at all.
No, no, no.
Not at all. So yeah, it
Oh.
was yeah, man. You are stupid,
Hey, look, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like,
bro. That
man.
was again. That was almost. It was almost 20 years ago now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
literally almost 20 years ago now. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like I said, I can personally laugh at it now, like you know what I mean. But definitely
Yeah.
lived in a different space for sure back then. Like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
you
Everything was
know,
different.
everything
That's all.
everything was different at that time for sure. Like everything was
Mm-hmm.
way different at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, my thing was just that, just moving on with life. Like it
Yeah.
was what it was at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It
We
is
all
what it
good
is.
now. We adults now. It's over.
Like we're adults. It's beyond behind us. You know what I mean? Of
I'm
what
gonna
that
ask her when I see
situation
her
was.
though. I'm be like,
Right?
yo, can you? I'm like, can you give my man a check real quick? Stop playing, yo. Come on, yo. Give my man a check, please. God
Oh my
damn.
God! Yeah.
God damn. You're playing around with this man money. All right, so
It's
look,
stupid.
moving forward, right? So I got this thing called suicides, right?
Uh-huh.
And what suicides are in basketball?
Yeah, absolutely. The back and
Back and
forth
forth.
shit.
Yep.
Yep.
So basically, all we doing is we just shooting. We going to the foul line, we coming back. We going to the half court, we coming back. Whatever. I'm gonna shoot you these
Yep.
questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just gotta, you just gotta give me them, give me the quickest answer you can come up with the top of your head, and let's just see what we come up with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
All right, let's see what you got, brother.
There we go.
Boom. Okay. First one. Per diem in hand or in your check.
In hand.
Boom. I'm with you. Come on with it. Paid
Yeah.
half up front or before, I'm sorry, paid half up front before you leave or all after all the work is completed.
I would appreciate half up front, like, you know what I mean, for sure. But,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. Depending on the artist that you're working for, whatever the situation is, it just depends on what's really happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Circumstantial for me. Very
Okay.
circumstantial.
Agreed. Okay.
Hmm.
Crypto investments or stock investments as far as short and long term, whatever. It don't matter.
So I'm a little into both. I have more stock investments than I have crypto.
Dope.
But
Dope.
I really want to learn more, and I got a great homie, Ryan, who is a crypto junkie. Like, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
really trying to really better understand and get more comfortable in that space of crypto world. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of 50-50 in it, but I got more in stock invested than I do in crypto.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Uh, real drums or electric drums?
Real drums all day long. Like, I mean, like again, like there's just something about hearing that resonate off of
You know it.
drums. Some
You know it.
tones is just they can't be matched. I don't care who makes them electric drums. Like real drums will always be. I'm analog, bro. Like I come from an
Yeah.
analog world. Like
Yeah.
we come from that old school world of analog where not like some singing drums. You get that tom, you get them toms and them snares.
Yeah.
Them Jones just sing.
It's a
Like so,
certain
I'm always
natural
be
ring to them.
analog.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that just touch you different. Like they hit your soul a lot different.
Right. You're right. One more. One more. We got stage manager, production manager, tech slash quest tech or regular life, normal chill life.
Oh yeah, I would never not want to be a part of what I'm a part of at all. It's like no, they're just again, they're just it's for each of their own for sure. Like if you've never seen this, then it's hard for you to say like, oh yeah, that's better. But to
Mm-hmm.
have lived on both sides for the most part while trying to get where we are now, I'm like I would never want to not do it what it is that I do on some level.
Yeah.
of some sort
Yeah.
in, in
Agreed.
business or whatever. Like I said,
Agreed.
just been blessed to do all these different things. What I do has taken me around the world multiple times. Um, how do you say that you would not want to do that or want to be living a civilian life if you would to a certain extent? It's like, nah, this is taking me around the world, allowed for my kids to, be a part of and do some amazing things as well because of this great thing that I also do.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I'll always be for this business. It's not always kind sometimes, but I still love it. Like that's what keeps
Right.
me here every day. That's what, like for sure. And now being in the TV world, it's like that's a whole nother element as well, where it's like, no, what I do now is open up the door for stuff like that. So
Hmm. Hmm.
this
Which I don't
lifestyle,
even know. Y'all don't even know. I just seen him. I just seen Detrick at SNL. This,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This
yeah,
is what we do. I just saw him a couple days ago, yo. Like, so this is why we're doing these, these interviews and podcasts, because it's like we're connected, but at the same time, we're connected in that level where like our jobs, they're meeting. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah.
like they're meeting on a high level. And there's no
Absolutely.
arrogance. It's just the reality
No,
of, because
no.
we've been doing this for so long consistently. That's why we had the opportunity to be like, yo, I heard y'all coming to Saturday Night Live. I'll be there. Oh shit. Oh, well, we'll be, you know what I'm saying? Like normal
And,
conversation.
and that's what I enjoy. It's like, what I mean? Definitely
Yeah.
like now being in the TV world where it's like every day I'm working on these TV shows where there's a band on the show every week. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always once I see who the band is, I already know the homies is working for this. Or if I don't know, and all of a sudden because you just started working for that person, but you're like, yo, bro, I'm showing up with blah, blah, blah. Oh, word. Oh, we about to have a ball. We about to
Right.
have a blast. Like let's and now I get to chill with the homies and then the people on the TV side who are I'm still new to. Like I've been in TV now 8 or 9 years now. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
I've been blessed enough to work on the Tonight Show. I've been blessed enough to work on Late Night with Seth Meyers, and now I'm on SNL. And it's like through those three different shows, three of the biggest shows, and talk show, SNL being the biggest of
Mm-hmm.
shows as far as late night shows are concerned. It's like
Mm-hmm.
to be able to have the homies and brothers and sisters and everybody just be able to pull up to the building, and now you get to hang in this world that I used to be on the other side of with, like everybody else was, where it was
Right.
like you were
Right.
with a band that showed up to the show and y'all did rehearsals and you was like, all right, cool, this is TV, and you just took it for that. And it's like now I'm on the complete opposite side where now
Right.
when you get there, I'm there to be able to make you comfortable and
Right.
walk you through these different elements that we kind of used to be kind of uncomfortable with, where like TV was
Yep.
very much like, yo, yeah, we doing
Very
TV, yo,
true.
we gotta be
Gotta be. Yep.
serious and we gotta
Yep.
be
Yep.
where it's like,
That's
nah,
so
bro.
crazy, bro. That's true.
Now it's like I get to be there. I'm advancing with production managers that I used to work underneath, and now they like, yo, wait, Dietrich, that's you? I'm like, yeah, this is. Oh, bro, we good. And never mind. You know how TV be? We had this mentality of like, you get the TV, like they not gonna understand what we trying to do. They not gonna get it because they in the TV world and we in the touring live show world. And now I get to play a part in making people comfortable when they show up to the building. Where it's
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, oh wait, bro, you already know what it is. I'm like 100% cool. Oh, well, I'm good. Never mind, man. We good. I don't even need half the stuff I just asked for. I just wanted to be over prepared because sometimes TV can get a little weird for me. And I'm like, nah, bro, we good. Whatever it is, I can have a conversation and I can let them know, no, we good, bro. Listen, everybody gonna be good.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to stress about these things or whatever.
Right.
We're
Right.
good. Like, and I
Yeah.
and I enjoy now being on that flip side, where I'm able to receive the bands when they show up. You know what I mean? And I can
Mm-hmm.
let everybody know we good. Like, I'm here to help understand for everybody to be able to understand your perspective of where y'all coming from. When you
Mm-hmm.
might have just did a show that night before, and now you showed up to TV and got a beater at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, and you tired, and it's like I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to joke with you because I know what
Right.
it was
Right.
like for y'all that just got off the tour bus or that just got off a plane from a whole show that night got to get here and now you're doing camera blocking and it's like God, bro. It's like
Mm-hmm.
so,
Yeah.
I enjoy being able to be a person who's on that flip side, you know what I mean, to
We
give
appreciate
the
your
other
ass
side
being
and
over
bring a
there.
balance. Nah,
Yep.
listen, man, I appreciate again just these relationships that we have, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely when it's like we have these real relationships with cats as well, where we've spent this time back from young boy days, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. We've had off camera, off stage, like real
Right.
relationships where those hit different. Like they hit
Yeah.
very different when
Yeah.
you have a complete off stage real life there where we hang and we chill. I'm like going back to Saudi Arabia. I'm like Jers was over there working for a whole nother artist as well. But Jers
Mm-hmm.
Mason, he over there working for a whole nother artist, but he stayed behind an extra day. I had it planned for my crew, for the Roots crew, to go out and ride four wheelers out in the desert. Jers rolled with us. He like, yo, bro,
Right.
is it cool if I roll? I'm like, if is it cool? Like, bro, cut it out. Like, what are we talking about
Right.
right now?
Right.
Lobby call is at 3 o'clock. See you
Right.
at 3 o'clock.
Seeing the three. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now we out in the middle of the desert, riding four-wheelers, having a great time. Just, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
how often can you be in Saudi Arabia with one of your random homies that's just there and now y'all out riding four-wheelers in the middle of the desert?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's just like that's
Seriously.
the blessing. That's the blessing of what we get to do and what we're blessed to do. Like, while receiving a check, somebody's paying you to be out in Saudi Arabia, and we just
Yeah.
out having a great time in the middle of a desert on
Mm-hmm.
four-wheelers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, so it's like, you know what I mean? How
It's
do you how
life,
do you
man.
give that up?
Yeah.
It's a
It's
beautiful
life,
life.
baby.
It's a beautiful life that we blessed to really be able to live, man. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
thankful every day to be a part of this, that I was asked to be a part of this, and now I've been able to, stay a part of this for the years that I've been able to be in this business, and look to still keep growing. Like, I'm not in a comfortable space where it's like, oh, I'm up here, so ain't nothing to talk about. It's like, no. I look forward to doing the next thing after this, and what's in store after the fact. Like, you know what I mean? That's still my everyday, where I look forward to what could happen next, what can be next, and planning other things around, what it is that we do right now. I enjoy
Yeah.
being able to be in a situation like this right now, where we're just doing this interview and being able to chop it up with my bro, and we can have a realistic conversation. We can talk
Mm-hmm.
and be comfortable. Not on some, like, it's somebody that I know, like, you know what I mean.
Right. Right. Right.
We can laugh and
Yeah.
joke and stuff, that we ain't got to say, that we both know or are very aware of, that ain't even got to be said. But it's also, we can be comfortable in the idea of having a conversation, and that conversation just what it is. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so
Yep.
it's a
And
pleasure, bro.
listen, it's the same here, brother. You already know.
Hey,
And
nah,
before
no
we go
doubt.
too, man, because look, I know you got your boy in a few.
Yeah,
What's something you would tell the younger generation and people that are like coming up in the same industry that want to be a drummer, that want to be a tech, that want to be a production manager, that want to be on TV, not on, but a part of TV and stuff like that.
one, take advantage of your opportunities when you have them. Like, not in a negative where it becomes a negative, but if you're in a room with somebody, you see them doing something, and you would like to know what that is, ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Don't walk out the room and be like, "Dang, I wonder what dude do." No, go ask. The
Yep.
dumbest question is the
Yep.
question not asked. Like, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like, that's the one you didn't ask. Like, why wouldn't you ask?
Mm-hmm.
Do the time, respect the craft, respect what it is that people have done before you. Don't be out here with a chip on your shoulder. You can have one hot gig for a second and never be seen again. Don't be that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Do the
It
research.
happens.
Happens all the time, and it can happen anytime. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but do your research. If you're a tech, if it's keyboard, drums, I don't care if it's an oboe tech, whatever you might be the tech
Oh,
of.
Bozek, right.
Do your, what I mean, do for real, do your research.
Mm-hmm.
Find out about the instrument, really understand that instrument, really understand the player that you're about to be working with. You know what I mean? What they like, what they've done. Go back to shows 10 years ago of what their setup was. You know what I mean? What they were using, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
The gear that they like to use. Figure that out. Like, you know what I mean? Be prepared when you walk in the room, or when they walk in
there
the
it
room. Be
is.
prepared.
Preparation.
Like,
Yep.
that's the biggest thing, is just preparation. Truly be
Mm-hmm.
prepared for whatever it is that you're about to do. If you're a stage manager, figure this out. Make sure you go through your emails and make sure you're not missing anything from,
Right.
what needs to happen tomorrow. If you're the stage manager, make sure you understand all the gear. You talking to all of the other people about what needs to happen when it's time to get the
Mm-hmm.
stage set up.
Yeah.
Be on time. Absolutely,
Oof.
time is a very big thing. Be on time. Like, being on time is not showing up when everybody else show up. Like, that's showing up early.
Yeah.
So you got time to prep, make sure that you got what you need. So now it's
Right.
time to set up, and now you're like, oh, I ain't got this. Oh, I ain't got that. Well, if you were there 15, 20 minutes earlier, that would have been 15 to 20 minutes earlier that you could have got on top of what it is that you're
Right.
missing.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Rather than now we waiting because, oh yeah, ain't no snare drum show up for whatever reason. It don't matter why they're not there, but they're not there now. How we gonna get them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Stuff
Real
like
talk.
that. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? If electronics, it takes some time. If it's a matter of getting with somebody who got whatever that electronic might be that you need or about to be working on. Yo, bro, can you sit me down real quick and give me a quick little 101 of how to use this joint, how to upload sounds, how to save sounds, how to, if this gonna be what you're gonna do, spend the time, respect the craft. Like that's
Right.
my thing. Just really truly respect the craft. Don't look at it as a check. The check is what it is. So like, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But really respect the craft of what it, you know what I mean, or the job that you're about to do and the musician you're about to work for. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody else is putting in their time to be here. Don't disrespect it by just showing up and now you want to be a photographer, bro. You're not here to be a
Right.
photographer.
Right.
You're not here to live out your wildest dreams because you're about to be in the room with this artist or that celebrity or this
Mm-hmm.
person or that person. Stay
Mm-hmm.
focused on the job that you're doing. Like
There it is.
that's my big thing. Stay focused on the job, the task at hand. Don't get sidetracked with all the other stuff. Like you being a
Mm-hmm.
cool ass person, I have people gravitate to you just because you're a cool ass person.
Right.
That'll always be the case. That you cool as shit, dog. That you just be here chilling, bro. Yo, I appreciate you always on point when something's needed or when something's not right. You always on
Mm-hmm.
point. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. Like be
Mm-hmm.
that guy, be that girl. You know what I mean? Because it's not about guys, it's girls as well. Like be that person. You know what I mean?
Right.
That somebody looks at you in that space, not just as a like, oh my god. As soon as they see you, you got your camera out. You see them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
You see where I'm at? It's like cool. You can take photos. Nobody tell you not to take a photo, but your phone shouldn't always be out. You ready to take a picture or a video to prove
Mm-hmm.
to the world that you are where you are. It's like either
Right.
you're gonna be there or you're not.
Simple.
So that's
That's
that's that's
that.
my
No,
that's
go
my
go.
2 cents to that. No, I'm just saying that's my 2 cents to, you know what I mean, that space.
Mm-hmm.
Just an idea for those that's coming up or who are here but trying to get to the next level. It's just like, do the work, put in the time,
Yep.
respect the craft, respect those that you work with, your coworkers, your compadres, whatever. Respect them as well to respect what it is, that room that you're about to be in, that stage you're
Mm-hmm.
about to be on, that studio you're about to work in. And again, it goes across the board for all things. Just respect what it is. Like never be afraid to ask a question. Never be afraid to reach out to people. Yeah, everybody might not respond the way you want them to respond, but I guarantee you there's people out here who have knowledge like myself as well, like a Boots, you know what I mean, who's willing to put this information out there so people can have it. Like
Right.
it's
Seriously.
inbox or whatever it is that you need to do. Take the chance on asking before you just be like, man, he must ain't going to respond to me. You'd be surprised. Be very
Right.
surprised with who might respond to you, who would respond to you. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, for sure. Well, I'm using this, or I do that, or I like that, or I don't
Very
like this,
true.
you'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
Like very surprised. I've been in rooms that
Mm-hmm.
had conversations with people that I never thought I would have conversations with because I was willing to just open up my mouth and say something or ask a question
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like that's the big thing, man.
And look, you said some things today, brother. Just being real,
Let's go.
and I hope no seriously, man, because it was a transition. It's the transition for me that makes this a real conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, because you did four things, and
yeah,
they're all within the same vicinity or a circle or whatever you want to call it. They're all in the same circle
right,
of the music industry or the entertainment industry in general. So
for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like the information you've given to me personally, like I said, I didn't know all these things. Who started you off or were you? I just knew, I know my bro. I know some things about you and this and that. But it's like, to be open and be, honest about, yeah, I came from this and this person showed me this and I learned from this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this is what we need, bro. And I appreciate you. I thank you for your time. Um, and
I appreciate
if
you having me, bro.
look, you already know. If you don't mind too,
Hey,
let the people know where they can find you at. The Brussels feathers, the
right.
your page, all of it. Give them everything.
All right. So all platforms you can find me. Fall Guy underscore 2.0. That's on Instagram. I'm under my regular name, Detrick Lowman on Facebook. Um, YouTube, you can find Chef Boy D. Like I said, my barbecue page. Me and my friend Kenny, me and my brother Kenny, our barbecue page is Sticks and Bones Barbecue. You can
Sticks
find
and
that. That's on
bones.
all platforms as well. Brussels Feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. Brussels Feathers, which is like a food business that I started during the pandemic, where we do like I specialize in Brussels sprouts and smoked chicken wings.
Oof.
Like you can find that page as well, and then Tech Nation, which is my production company as well. You can find that on Instagram as well. But all platforms you can always look up. If you look up Dietrich for the most part, everything will come up honestly
Yeah.
underneath that. But yeah, nah, man, I'm out here. Or if you just see me walking down the street, pull up. Like, you know what I mean? If you see me, whatever the case is, I'm not that dude where you can't come to and talk to wherever you may see me at. You know what I mean? When we outside or whatever the case is,
Yep.
I'm always
And
here.
Ain't no lies, ain't no games, we ain't no
Uh,
ain't no shame. You know what I'm
nope,
saying?
definitely no shame at all. Definitely no
Nope.
shame at all.
Nope.
You know, for
So
sure.
y'all make sure y'all follow him, please, and hit, like he said, contact him if you got any questions. You never know what can come from a conversation. You know what I'm saying? You never know what can come from a reach out. So hit Detrick up, follow him. Make sure you know what I mean, you follow his life because he like he said, he cooked now. He cooked. So you know you can hit him up for some, you know, he needed some catering or something. Hit him up. You never
Absolutely.
know.
Yeah,
You know?
no doubt. No
Don't
doubt.
play. Don't play.
Right.
But
No, for
brother,
sure.
listen, I love you. I
I
thank
love
you
you
so
too,
much
bro.
again, man, for your time. Tell Lil D I said what's up.
Absolutely.
And you know, I mean, listen, I think we got to do another one because 2025 about to be busy. So
Yeah,
that we got to talk about the work that's coming from this year.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I know, for sure.
it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy.
And no doubt, bro. Again, I appreciate you having me. Say always love, bro. We're gonna get together so you can try this kangaroo
I
meat
was just
like as
thinking
well.
that.
I
Just
got
thinking that.
you.
I gotta try the kangaroo jack.
I
Gotta
got
try him.
the kangaroo jack.
Gotta
Yeah.
try him. Yep. Yep.
For sure, bro. Again, I appreciate it, though. I definitely appreciate it.
Same here, man. I love you,
Yep.
D. Love you,
And
bro.
I love you too, bro. Definitely. We rap
And we
soon. See
love
you soon.
y'all. Yep. Look, y'all take it easy.
Yep.
Subscribe, like, share this mother. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can
Absolutely.
hear him. And we'll be back next week, baby. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace out, bro.
You're listening to Real Talk. Here we go. In this bitch.